Aha, Spiderman! Hi guys, Brian here, and today I want to give you my impressions on the Marvel Legends Infinite Series Hobgoblin Wave Build-A-Figure Spider-Man. I'm not quite sure how to designate this guy, but it's commonly called Pizza Spidey, I believe, because he comes with a pizza slice and an alternate head that is really, really happy. So I'm going to pick you up and give you a quick look at the box, because it's a little bit big. It's a Spider-Man box. It's reflective. You can kind of see me. Hi, how you doing? Kind of a cool looking box. I like these Legends boxes. They are kind of cool. Quick bio on the back if you didn't know who Spider-Man was. He generally does look that goofy, yes. And the cool Build-A-Figure and the various other figures on the line. This guy's been out for a while, so I'm sure that most people who would be interested in a video like this have probably already seen them. But I just got the figure, so it's my video and I'm going to talk about him. For what he comes with a slice of pizza, which is really actually kind of cool. I love props that are just stupid and superfluous and realistic. Meaning like something that's not like Sci-Fi Gun number 86. He comes with an alternate head, who is goofy and smiling and unmasked a bit. And you would just pop off the other head off of a ball joint and throw it on there. Problem is, put your arm down. Put your arm down. Problem is on mine, it broke. Like, I popped the head off a couple times, and this neck shattered on me, basically. All the materials on the inside, well, not all the material, but the neck broke in half. So in order to make this figure actually usable, I had to basically glue the swivel peg into the... I had to put the swivel peg in the neck and then glue the neck shut. And it's not strong enough for me to be able to pull the head off. Believe me, I've tried it several times. If I pull this head off, it will just pull the entire joint ball out. So I can't ever use this head anymore, and I am sad about that. I went to go looking for a replacement to replace this figure, because apparently this is an uncommon issue. Nobody else has really ever heard of it. But I think I might have gotten the last one on planet Earth that is not being sold by a now aftermarket price. So apparently I have to deal with it, which I'm not super upset about. This goofy head is just kind of a goofy head, so I kind of am okay with just having regular Spidey head, but still a little bit disappointed. He comes with other hands, which are awesome. That figures that aren't Figuarts are starting to do this. So he's got left and right versions of Twip hand, fist hand, and pizza holding hand. Although actually this is like sticking to wall hand. But they use it very nicely to make it hold pizza slices. And actually the left hand, this pizza slice has the cheese dripped in such a way and it's bent in such a way that it fits perfectly into his hand. Like, that is, like, it gets in there and it just stays there. Granted, it doesn't stay there solidly. Like, if you tip it upside down, it will fall out of his hand. Thanks, Spidey. Thanks for disproving my point as I'm making it. So, it will apparently hold pretty tightly, but I keep knocking it out pretty easily. So when I went to go show it as it's somewhat fragile, it doesn't do it. Okay, so it can stick in there pretty easily, but it is also easy to knock out, I guess. Maybe we'll say something along those lines. To swap the hands, you just you grab hold of it and just pull it off, and you grab the appropriate hand. That is the right hand, so I need the left. So let's go with the fist of Spider. And let's go ahead and start talking about his articulation. Huh, why is there an Autobot logo in the background? What do you mean I'm on the wrong stage? That was a horrible Peter Parker voice. Anywho, yeah, I'm great at Peter Parkering. His articulation. His head is on a ball joint and a swivel joint, so it can exorcist all the way around, and it can look up and down. His neck looks a little long from certain angles, but I don't have a problem with it. It looks okay and gives me enough range and stuff that I'm like, oh, so good. His arms. They have this swivel in here, so they can swivel like this, in and out. That is wonderful. I love that. The arms... Okay, how do I differentiate? How do I describe this bit and this bit and this bit as different parts of the body? This part, the outer part of the shoulder, goes out that far. It can also rotate 360 degrees. It has a bicep swivel. Spider-Man has a bicep swivel that can exorcist as well. He's got a double-jointed elbow with bright red, obvious pegs, so he can double bicep and... I don't know what that was. He's doing Macho Man poses. Now it looks like he's doing a gang sign pose for some reason. Oh, that's actually not a bad pose. Wow. That's kind of cool. Okay. That's kind of what I love about having action figures that are this posable, that you just mess with them and you stumble upon a really cool pose. Anyway, I'm talking about his articulation. His hands, all of his hands, can rotate based on the fact that they're just pegs. They're pegs. And they also have a swivel built into them to allow them to swivel, which is a very nice thing to have. The paintwork on it kind of like doesn't quite line up perfectly. Like some of them have paint on the... No, I thought this one did. Well, you can see a tiny bit of paint speck left on this one. But I guess the... Oh, hey, no, there's a little bit of paint. Doesn't always line up perfectly, but hey, at least they tried. I'm going to give him credit for trying. As you might have noticed, he has a ab crunch, which is nice. His torso does look a little long. Like, this length seems to be a bit long, but doing that and, doing a Spider-Man pose, it looks okay. He's also got a waist joint, which allows him to exorcist at the waist. Apparently that's a verb now. He's got a butt flap, so therefore his leg can't really go back at all, which makes me sad face. He can go forward plenty. La 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 la. Let's make you guys look down a little bit. Alright. He can go out a very limited amount as well. Only that far out. So his legs are not as wonderful as they could be. He has a thigh swivel, which can exorcist as well. And a wonderful double-jointed knee, which is what all Spider-Man should ever have, because then you can go, ha-ha, Spider-Man! Do that pose. I don't know what that pose is, but you can do it. His feetsies. They have a swivel on them, so they can go forward and backwards quite a good ways. They've also got a swivel, so they can swivel around quite a ways, all the way, 100% of the way. All told, his articulation is fantastic. Imperfect, but fantastic. But to compare him with some other Marvel Legends figures, there is the Scarlet Spider that Ian gave me for my birthday one year, and really the catalyst to me buying another one, because I love this design of this costume still. But you need a Spider-Man, don't you? If you're going to have a Spider-Man, you need a Spider-Man. Right? Right? And if you're going to have a Spider-Man, you need someone to fight, right? And he was kind of cheap, and I found him on eBay for half price, and I don't know why I bought him, but I bought him. This is Beetle from the same series as Spider-Man. I don't remember what season... I don't remember what series he is from. I've got a video for him. I'll post a link to that. Actually, I'll post a link to that right here. As far as how he looks with the other Marvel Legends that I have, he looks okay. I really, really wish his legs were like Scarlet Spider's here, which are on this ball joint hinge thing assembly, and not nearly as hindered by the butt flap as Pizza Spidey is. So he gets the bonus for the legs. He gets... Really, I don't know what he pulls better than he does. Oh, I know what he does. He does hands. I think you might be able to swap the hands out, but I haven't actually been able to try. They look about the same size to me. I just don't feel comfortable trying to yank his hand out. Beetle, mine is like broken, and this hand falls out very easily, and so this very much looks already like one of these hands, but a little bit broken. So I could theorize that I could pull out his other hand that isn't quite broken, and swap them up, but why would I want to? But if I did, just take a stage and plug it into the back and drop it and make it and plug it and then plug it and then plug, and then hey, he's sticking to a wall. If I had a wall sitting there, that'd be cool. Trust me, it looks good. It looks good. Alright, so it's kind of a classic cliched pose, but it's a classic cliched Spider-Man pose. And throw in a second Spider-Man and it looks cool. Sometimes a spider just needs to get a piece of pizza and doesn't have web fluid and is being chased by a supervillain. Alright, so I guess that kind of leads into my final thoughts on Pizza Spidey here. And I kept looking in the stores at the various Spider-Men that were available. Every time I go to a store, I basically look at the Marvel Legends and go, man, those are kind of cool. I am not going to buy them because that is a rabbit hole that I do not want to fall down. And it's tempting me to fall down. But I was juggling between this Spider-Man and the one from the Hobgoblin Build-A-Figure. No, I'm sorry, this is the Hobgoblin. I'm thinking of the Green Goblin, the Ultimate Green Goblin with the flame effects, because those flame effects looked cool, and that Spider-Man looked cool, but I'm like, it was a choice between that Spider-Man, well, it was a choice between Hobgoblin, no, Brian, speak correctly. It was a choice between this Spider-Man that I bought and the Green Goblin Spider-Man that comes with the flame effects. I chose this one, obviously, because I decided, give me pizza. And he's got, I think, an extra set of hands that the other one didn't. And the other one is kind of more Amazing Spider-Man costume design, which I did not mind. But this one is definitely a more classic Spider-Man. So that is why I went with this one. And I don't really regret it. Other than my neck issue and my issues with the upper thighs, the leg hip assembly area, crotchal area, I don't really have any major complaints about this. This is a wonderful Spider-Man to me, and scratches my itches for Spider-Man very well. But I am curious to know what you guys think about him. What is your favorite Marvel Legends Spider-Man? As somebody who doesn't really buy Marvel Legends a lot, please let me know down below. What's some good Marvel Legends figures? What should I keep an eye out for and like should kick myself for not buying? In other words, go ahead and try to entice me to fall down this rabbit hole. I hope I don't fall down this rabbit hole. I also want to take a moment to sincerely thank those of you who have subscribed to us and passed the word on us to your friends. You guys are wonderful for helping us grow, and we have the best audience ever, so you guys are wonderful. Thank you so much. Until next time, guys, this is the Web-Headed Wizard saying, thwip thwip. That actually kind of made sense. Holy crap, Brian, did you actually just make a good outro statement? Probably not, no, because this is probably the outro statement. Bye!